Warning, the consumption of LTS may lead you to have or believe you are invincible. I assure you, you are not. Also, the thoughts and opinions are solely our own. Please don't sue us, bro.
Hi there. Sorry for butting into the podcast. So this podcast is brought to you by Anchor. And I just want to promote Anchor for all the listeners out there. What is Anchor, you say? Anchor is free. Okay? Totally free. So don't need to worry about that. What else? Anchor has basically all the creation tools that you'll need and you want to kickstart that podcast that you've been dreaming all this time. It helps it get it on the road. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts. Anchor takes care of that too. So you just have to create an account, start recording, and edit everything within the Anchor ecosystem. That makes things a lot more easy. Start creating. You can download the app too. May that be on Apple or Android. There's no bias there. If you want to get working on your computer, you can always go to anchor.fm. Again, the website is anchor.fm. Creating your podcast has never been easier. Thanks. Back to the show.
LTS.
Kick back, relax, and enjoy the LTS podcast.
My best friend.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the LTS podcast, brought to you by us. Myself, Marcos. Over here on the list is Mr. J and Alan. Please introduce yourself, Mr. J.
Tis I, the only person whose name is a letter, followed by a Mr.
Yeah, that's one of his many names. And of course, last but nevertheless not least, Alan.
Hello.
Hello, Governor.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy Alan. Glad to be back, guys. Thank you so much for the invitation once again. And I can't wait to get into this podcast.
So, let's go with a nice little segment that I like to call everyone, gentlemen, prepare yourselves. This is a story time moment with a can. Okay, hold up.
Oh, I should probably get my can.
Oh, wait, what? Yes? Oh, damn it, I opened it.
You opened the second one.
No, I have a third one. Let me know when you're ready.
Let me go get it then.
Alan, it's just a soundbite sample. Don't tell him.
Oh, okay, because I started drinking my drink.
Yeah, you do that. You just follow with the roll, okay, Alan?
Okay.
Shh. Okay, listeners, don't tell him.
Mum's the word, sir.
Yeah, mum's the word. But yeah, so we got some story time here for us, our personal lives. Okay, yeah, but
Okay.
The weather happened.
I'm back.
Oh, you're back also? You're back? Okay.
Sure did.
Okay,
Yeah.
at the count of three, everyone, okay? I'm gonna grab my can, and at the count of three.
Wait, is it from 3 or from go?
Once I say go, after counting 1, 2, 3, we all...
So on go.
Correct.
Okay.
1, 2...
Wait, I thought we on go.
Yeah, once I say 1, 2, 3, go, I'm gonna pop it open.
Okay.
And likewise, if possible. 1...
Wait, where's the contract?
1, 2, 3, go! Oh yeah, that was beautiful.
That sounded refreshing.
It's story time at LTS.
Yes! Let's do this! You ready? So, Alan, you go first. You tell me how was your let's start with the weather. How was the weather for you this this past week?
It's been kind of topsy-turvy. I mean, from going like a couple of weeks ago, extremely humid, extremely hot, to getting a hurricane coming through, and then like
Tropical storm allegedly for them.
right for us when it got to the northeast, but for the people down south, they felt the hurricane in full effect.
No joke there.
Yeah, I mean, not for nothing, but we did get quite the downpour over here where I live generally, right? Or in general.
Question: Are you on the hill or is at the side of a hill when you reside?
So I'm not going to divulge that information. But I will tell you this: a lot of the places here where I live did get flooded, quite a lot actually, and
the train stations nearby your residence.
Right. Again, I will not divulge information that's too close.
Okay.
So, but I will tell you this much. So, like maybe a mile out, like a mile and some change, there's like, there's a lot of stores, and one of these stores is a Best Buy, and the water was so bad that the Best Buy got flooded, and just like that store, many other stores, whether it be a restaurant or just retail stores in general, a lot of them got flooded because of the tremendous downpour we had. Just an enormous amount of water that like filled the streets. And
what about Sam's Club? Right, there's another warehouse store that easily 6 feet of water.
I have no idea about Sam's Club. I'm just telling you from what I saw from the people that I spoke to. But I'm pretty sure, like Best Buy, many places, many places, residential, commercial, it didn't matter. The rain and the water did not discriminate.
It was the equalizer, more or less.
Dude, it washed out everything. Like people's garages. I mean, people that I know told me they had to park their car somewhere else.
I had to push a car out of water.
Ground. No, they had to literally park their car on higher ground in order for them, for their car not to get damaged, because a lot of cars got, flooded. Damaged because, flooded, bro. A lot of people were taking, like, just these couple of days, like, from the initial day that it rained or night that it rained till today, just people in droves just taking out stuff from their garages, from their houses, because it got flooded. Rugs, chairs, everything and anything, just whatever got caught in the storm, they just took out, put on the side of the road because it was water damage. Like it was horrible.
It was bad. It was bad.
A lot of companies made bank though. The companies that pump out the water from people's basement and stuff, restoration companies, like they had a lot of work that they were able to like garner because there was so much demand after that rain. It was crazy. Other than that, I mean, dude, current events. What do you want to talk about? Finances? I mean, it's been
first your experience here with this past thing in the week.
I mean, my experience, dude.
What about work? I imagine you guys had to do a lot of clearing work, if I imagine.
Well, as far as work goes, it was slow motion. I mean, thank God, most of the clientele that we have didn't suffer like too much, too badly. So thank God that was pretty much a blessing, but
we counted our blessings over here.
Absolutely. As far as like other people, like neighbors and stuff of our clientele, some people did have some sort of like situation going on where the rain did get into their garages or their basements and stuff like that, but thankfully nothing too horrible, nothing too bad. Other than that, man, like as far as that goes, like for work, nothing too crazy to talk about. Just a lot of down branches, again,
What
people's
about the cars on the side?
There was cars that were left in the middle of the road, like on Central Avenue.
That
just to
reminded
give
me
you
of
a
like
little-
a zombie movie.
Well, I mean, we see this happen a lot also during
Central
the
Avenue
wintertime.
is notorious. You're right. Yeah.
Right. So wintertime is also is one of those seasons when it either like snows or the road is icy enough. People just, park their cars right on the side of the road and they troop it back to their house or walk it wherever they need to walk it so they can get out of the, harm's way. So, I mean, that in itself, that's understandable because you don't want to be stuck in the middle of the road because of the elements. So that is, par for the course as far as like weather goes, at least over here in the Northeast.
And now, what about you?
No, thankfully everything
like personally in your own house.
Oh, personally, my house. I mean, what can I say, man? Again, things are good where they need to be good. Challenges always arise like they usually do, but thank God, get through it, man. We get through it.
Good.
But other than that, man, everything is copacetic, man. Can't complain.
Oh, that's a word of the
Life
day
is
right
good.
there. That's a word of the day for me.
Life is good, man. I can't complain.
Yeah, that's true.
Can't complain. Yeah,
Preach.
dude. I mean, again, like, I'm just thankful and happy that I get to enjoy this time with you guys, regardless of how dead and tired I am from running around all day. But thankfully, yeah, we get to connect. We get to chit chat, talk about,
Open the can, and sip and talk.
Well, to be quite honest, I ripped open a bag and have my nice green tea chilling with me, so I have some sort of like caffeine that's not too crazy, and it kind of perks me up a little bit without having me like stay up all night. So it's a good thing. And I cooked. That's why I was also running a little behind, because as soon as I got myself together, like I had just recently finished eating because I had cooked earlier.
What you have for food? Give
So,
me.
okay. So
Yeah.
I made a one of our customers was generous enough to give us from his garden a bunch of cherry tomatoes and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
And it, we had I want to say I had like about a pound about a pound of tomatoes like that he had given us, because he had so many. He has like tons and tons of tomatoes. So maybe like between half a pound to a pound of cherry tomatoes. So I took those tomatoes, obviously washed them, rinsed them, gave them a nice little clean cleanse, and then I put them in the blender with basil, oregano, bay leaf, a little salt, a little pepper, and I blended that up. So I made a nice little quick base. I already had like a starter for marinara sauce, or like more like a vodka sauce, right? So I let that render. I let that cook down a little bit, the fresh tomato. So the nice caramelization would happen, reducing it, giving the tomatoes time to actually like brighten up and be a little sweeter, so it's not as tart, not as sour.
Yes.
Right. And then I added the vodka sauce that I had already into that, made it, get it up to temperature and whatnot. And then in another pot, I had ground beef. So, but before I put the ground beef in there, I had already caramelized some onions and garlic till I got them a little translucent, got a little char on it, get nice and caramelized, so it was very aromatic. Took that out, added the ground beef in there, and got it also nice and caramelized, and have it get a little color, so it's not that bland and opaque. But after that, I rendered the fat down a little bit, and I added all the ingredients together. So I made kind of like a plain bolognese, but it was like more like a marinara meat sauce.
No, just here, man. Yeah. Sounds like you went hard on it.
Well, it was quick. I mean, it took about, I don't know, like 45 minutes to an hour just to do that. It was quite easy. But the point is that, gave it the salt, pepper treatment just to get it up to taste. Excuse me. And what's it
It's
called?
like I'm drooling over here.
Right. I think I'm gonna have myself a second plate. So I also while I had that going, I had another pot with water, a little bit of oil, and a little bit of salt.
Oil and
got
water?
it up to oil. Yes. All right. So this is a quick tip for people that usually cook pasta, right? So, when you cook pasta, traditionally in school in like culinary classes, some people do this, some others look down upon it. I do it because I was taught that way from the beginning, so it's something that just stuck with me. So the purpose for it is in order for the pasta not to stick to each other inside the pot while you're cooking it. So you not only move it around with a slotted spoon, but the oil will help the pasta not stick to each other. Also, you add a healthy amount of salt in order for it to gain a little bit of flavor. So this is the only time in the cooking process of the pasta where you're able to season the pasta, and since it's already dry, you're just reconstituting it or getting it, cooked or hydrated again, right? So you add a healthy amount of salt. A lot of chefs say, and I've heard this plenty of times, usually their go-to saying for this is the water needs to taste like seawater. So it has to be a healthy amount of salt in that water. Get it up to boil.
No way. Okay,
Yeah.
today I learned. Okay.
So
okay.
I got it up to boil, the boiling point, added the pasta inside, moved it around with the spoon, and then, just let it cook until it got al dente. Once it got to that point, strained it, drained it, ran cold water.
That rhymes.
Right? Get it into that cold water. So you basically blanch and shock it so it stops the further cooking process, so it doesn't turn to mush. It's al dente, so it still has a little bite to it. It's not too soft and not too undercooked. So it's just right at the point before getting to a nice, perfectly cooked item. So the reason you do that is that it doesn't start falling apart on you when you mix the sauce in with it. And obviously the sauce is hot. It's going to continue to cook the pasta. And if the pasta is overcooked, what you're going to end up having is mush. We don't want that. We want to enjoy our food. Right. Because contrasting of actual, pasta in the sauce has to be there in order for it to be, enjoyable. You want that contrast of textures. You don't want everything tasting all like the same thing, like mush.
Today I learned.
There you go.
Today I learned. Thank you.
So, no problem. So after I blanched and shocked the pasta, kept it on the side, added a little bit of olive oil there, and tossed it so it keeps from not sticking to each other. And then once I was done with the sauce, got the sauce nice and boiling, so I added a little bit, I want to say like about a shot of tequila, maybe a shot and a half of tequila, because it
one
was
for
vodka
you,
sauce.
one for the sauce. One for you, one for two for you, one for the sauce.
I mean, I do tequila because I didn't have vodka on hand, so it was like a quasi melting pot, Mexican Italian type of thing going on there. But the point is that it came out super delicious. I added pasta into the pasta bowl, and the sauce right on top. Added a little bit of pecorino romano on top, and then proceeded to making my mixed salad. So I had mesclun, right? So mixed greens, a little bit of spinach. And then I added carrots. I added cucumbers and cherry tomatoes. A little bit of dressing. So yeah, it was simple dressing. It was from the bottle. I didn't do anything fancy. Which also reminds me, I did add to the actual tomato sauce or the marinara sauce before I finished it up. I added a little bit, even before cooking it down, I added a little bit of balsamic vinegar just to give it that nice roundness to it, making I want to say the tomato be a little bit more vibrant with that vinegar twang to it. So there you go.
Hey,
That's what I did for
just
dinner tonight.
today. Yeah. Damn.
Yeah,
I
so-
just took notes over here. Balsamic vinegar,
Well,
vodka. Cross that out. Put tequila over here.
there you go, buddy.
2 shots for me. But that's just like
And
my
then,
little.
maybe a shot for the food.
Yeah, a bottle for me, and then another shot for the food. No.
And
But yeah.
I was totally considering, or maybe I think it was like yesterday. I thought to myself, because I was talking to Edgar, to my brother, I was like, you know what, we haven't had in a long time, and we should definitely make, because we had the ground beef. I said we should make chili, bro. Definitely make some chili. And but at the end of the day, we were like, man, we have this pasta here. Might as well make
You got
like
both, yeah.
No, well, I mean, tomorrow if I'm in the mood, maybe I can turn whatever is left, the leftovers, into like chili. So that wouldn't be a problem.
Leftover chili? Okay.
Yeah, so maybe I'll turn that into chili. Again, not traditional and nothing of the sense of traditional chili, but I will make something happen with that, because I was also thinking perhaps maybe if I do like some sort of like a rice pilaf of some sort tomorrow, then I can add that, or the if I make the sauce into chili, then I can put that or pour that over rice and have, you know, that as a meal. Instead of the pasta, I'll have rice instead, right? And
Okay.
what I didn't do, and I didn't do it because I was feeling maybe like it was too much carbs, and we did use whole wheat pasta instead of like the regular
Does it taste different?
traditional pasta. Well, the texture is a little bit more hearty as far as the pasta is concerned. But I mean, it tastes exactly the same. It doesn't really differ in a crazy way. But again, we did it because we're trying our best to try to keep it healthy at home, right? So
Hey,
but-
I respect the hustle though. The hustle
But,
is real
at-
here.
at the end of the day, it was delicious. We were, you know, fully satisfied with our meal. And again, I'm thinking maybe tomorrow. And what I didn't make, because we were trying to keep it a little healthier, was no garlic bread, because I was about to make garlic bread.
Oh my
And I
god.
said to myself, you know what?
Oh,
No.
I'm smiling over here. But you're right. It's good
Maybe-
for the stomach, but not for the soul, but not for the heart.
Right. And to be honest, originally when I had switched from the thought process of saying I'm going to make chili, I said, no, but we have the sauce. You know what? At first, instead of doing the meat sauce, I seriously considered doing meatballs. But then I thought to myself, yeah, but then I have to add breadcrumbs and
Or an egg in the
flour
middle.
and stuff like that.
Are you a fan of eggs in the boiled eggs in the middle of your
Well,
meatball?
I believe those are like I think those are considered, and I don't know, the listeners can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm trying to remember what country.
You're the chef here, so whichever. I mean,
I'm trying to. I don't know if
Yeah.
it's Swedish or Russian.
Swedish? Okay.
Style meatballs where they have the egg in the middle, because I know traditionally, not everywhere in Mexico, but in some places in Mexico, it's traditional to put a piece of hard-boiled egg in the middle of the meatball. But that's not that isn't traditional in Italian style of cooking.
No,
Not
yeah.
that I am aware of. And
You're the
and-
teacher here for that, for me especially.
again, as far as I'm like, what I've been taught, I've never seen, unless it's from like a Eastern European type of country. Usually they tend to do something like that, but it's not an Italian thing. And for Mexicans, as far as I know, in some places in Mexico, that is more of a traditional thing where they'll put a piece of hard-boiled egg in the middle of the meatball. And the sizes of that meatball are a lot bigger than what you would traditionally see in an Italian type of recipe. As
Yeah,
far
those
as
meatballs
this-
are small, yeah. Comparatively speaking.
Right. And usually, the way we're thinking about it in that Mexican traditional sense, it's usually in like a spicy,
Yup.
like chipotle type
or a
of
saucy thing,
red
like-
sauce.
The sauce has to be either looser, like I remind me a little bit of a thicker stew, and then with a jalapeno pepper on the side and bite
So usually
and rice.
I want to say it's more like the consistency of the sauce that goes with that the Mexican type of meatball. What we're thinking about, it has the sauce has that consistency of almost like a tomato soup.
Yes, that. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Right. So instead of having a grilled cheese sandwich to go along with that, think of the sauce that consistency, but it's spicier and there's meatballs that are involved in that dish, right? So it differs. Yes. It differs quite a bit from what what a tomato soup is and what meatballs traditionally without any filling inside is. So totally two different things, but
and that's beautiful.
No,
very beautiful. So
it's
both
a
of
beautiful
them
thing.
It's a beautiful world.
Thing. The only thing that at least for me, for that switch that I made in my mind went from meatball to actually just the meat sauce, because I thought I had the thought process. I'm like, I'm gonna have to add breadcrumbs. I'm gonna have to add more ingredients, and that on top of it being a little bit longer process, I said, let me just cut the corners, or not cut corners, but
it was a dish on its own, different.
Yeah, I totally kind of scrapped that because I said, well, we, less bread, less carbs in that sense. And let me just do the meat sauce and do fresh veggies and stuff like that. And yeah.
Does steaming ruin any nutritional properties of food?
Steaming?
Vegetables specifically.
I want to say yes. Just boiling and steaming are two different things. So it to a certain degree, right? So what happens a lot of the times is that when you steam vegetables opposed to when you're actually like boiling vegetables, a lot of the actual nutritional benefits or nutrition in general of what that vegetable provides gets left inside the actual pot with that water. It kind of
broth, if you will.
Right. So it becomes almost like a vegetable broth, right? Opposed to when you steam it. When you steam it, usually you don't want to steam something so long because it turns into mush. So it's almost like a flash steam where it kind of thaws it out, and depending on what type of vegetable it is, it cooks it, ever so lightly, and you still have
too, yeah.
Right. You still have quite a bit of bite to it. There's still a stronger texture to it. It's not completely like the nutritional benefits aren't, like they don't evaporate, as much. But you do still lose, I don't want to say 50%, but you still lose quite a bit of of nutritional benefits when you do that type of cooking process. Usually what people would recommend for you to get the more bang for your buck or the most out of your vegetables is eating it raw, where a lot of people don't like eating raw vegetables because they tend to find it not so appetizing. Maybe their dentures or their teeth or their jaw
You're calling me a baby?
Made for that.
You're calling me a baby?
Well, hey, not calling you or anyone anything. I'm just saying.
No, there's
people
another one.
Prefer it cooked over not cooked.
My dad and I were talking about that. Is pickling another way to lose nutritional properties?
No, pickling is actually really good.
Oh,
it's like say like you want to pickle. Well, yeah, you can pickle jalapenos. They'll keep a lot longer, but more of the benefit is because you get a lot of more probiotics because of the pickling. Like say sauerkraut, You turn cabbage into sauerkraut, or
Pickles.
pickles, right? You turn cucumbers into pickles. They not only do they keep longer, but they have that probiotic type of change to it. When you eat it, it's good for digestion in your stomach.
You hear it here first, listeners. Eating pickling foods have a lot of good benefits. Are there any cons though?
Depending on the type of person you are, you might be gassy after the fact, or maybe you're a person that sweats a lot and you start smelling like what you ate. But I mean, I don't want to say that's like something that you should be concerned about. But I mean, everybody's a little different, so everybody's gonna have a different reaction to the food they eat, right?
Okay. Because I feel like that, Alex, this was your TED Talk. Now I feel like Mr. J, if you will.
All right. Maybe he's on break. Oh, Mr. J.
What happened,
Coming
Marcos?
to you live from Atlanta. No, I'm lying.
What happened, Marco? You got my money? No?
No, you're not gonna start. Come on, tell us your story. Tell us your week.
What story?
Tell us your week. How was your week?
You want me to hold on? Let me put a story on my phone.
How was your week? How's it been since the last recording?
I saw a person whose name, well, I'm going to disclose, but starts with an M, ends with an S. I saw him and I beat him in chess and I saw him run away. His name may or may not have been Marcos. Right, Marcos?
How did the rain treat you?
What rain? Wait, hold up.
Yes. Yeah.
You were saying?
So, remember, it's September, right?
Mm-hmm.
I heard that you're back in class.
What class?
Master's class. You're becoming a sensei now.
Master's class.
Becoming a sensei. You're going in for the books for becoming a master, a wizard, if you will.
So you're saying I'm a wizard now, Harry?
I mean, I don't know about the hairy part, but you're becoming a wizard. A wizard.
Yo, wizard Harry.
No. Yes.
I started back school for my master's. I'm gonna beat up Marcos later today.
In Honkai
You'll know.
Impact.
And yeah, just started up, so there's nothing unusual. We have trains now. Trains that take us take us to class, Marcos. What are you thinking?
Wait, trains or shuttles?
No, I'm kidding. Imagine we had trains. That would
Yo,
have been amazing. No, but basically everything's back to how it was pre-COVID, except that in class you have to wear a mask.
is it weird? Is it weird going in person?
No, not really.
Are there any of those?
difference that everyone's masked up?
Is everyone having barriers like masks, the plastic barriers?
No, I told you they have to wear a mask to be in class.
Are they 6 feet apart or 3 feet apart?
So they're not enforcing the social distancing anymore. So there's no more like plastic barriers. There's no more like less chairs because of social distancing. There's no more sign that says you can't sit here. It's all just, like I said, back to normal, except with masks. So they started back all the buses, shuttles.
Imagine all the freshman students there. This is a whole new world for them.
What do you mean? They're fresh? Well, yeah, obviously. It's
Besides
freshman year for them college.
Besides college, you know what I mean? Like it's like,
I mean, unless you're talking about the sophomores, and this is basically another new world.
or the master students, master class students.
Not really. But yeah. So because everything is back starting up. Huh?
I'm sorry, bro. Quick question. As far as the hours go for classes, are they also the same? They haven't like made class shorter or anything like that?
Nope, they're all the same. At least for me, the same amount of time.
Oh,
So
that's
they're
awesome.
like all of them are like over an hour. So I think some of my classes are like hour and a half, 2 at most. I think it is.
3.
But yeah, for the most part, they're all the same. I was gonna say now that everything is back to normal, quote unquote.
Asterisk.
They started back up in-person events. So like right now this week they're doing GIMs, which is like general interest meetings.
General introduction meeting.
No, interest.
Oh, interest. Like a club.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. So since they're starting back in-person events, they're doing this past week GIMs, and then if you want to do sorority and fraternities, they're doing Rush Week again in person.
Brother.
Brother.
Yeah.
So like for example, this past week I went to a GIM, and we've noticed that because everyone's coming back from a post-pandemic world, it seems like more people want to be going to these in-person events. Like for example, the club I was in, typically we'll see like, I think the most we've ever had before this year was like 30
What?
and once in a room. And now
Oh,
when I went to the JM, when was it? Thursday, and there were at least over 70 people in the room.
were they distancing?
No, they were naked. Marcos.
I thought you were gonna say they were
Marcos,
naked.
pay attention.
Mark was waiting for you to say, "Oh yeah, they were grinding on each other" or something like that.
Basically.
No. It sounds like it,
Marcos,
but no.
you've been reading too much dojins. You lost.
I have my dojins for that reason.
Oh, man.
I don't need a.
No,
But
he
continue.
recently lost his dojins. But yeah,
Continue.
so we've been seeing a lot of people or students going into these GIMs or these in-person
Random
events.
people.
And well, I mean, obviously, most of them are like freshman, sophomore. But there's been a large influx of students going into these in-person events. And we're guessing mostly because, they just came back from, well, either they came back from high school in Zoom, or their freshman year or even sophomore year of college in Zoom. So they're like, people are like, I want back to in person. And now that we have the chance, everyone just exploded and just
What?
went straight to the events.
That's exciting.
Which is good because most of the time most people wouldn't go to these events. Hold up.
I'm here.
Yeah, try.
Now that's
Most
refreshing.
people wouldn't go to these events. But now that COVID is gone and we lived through it, more people are leaning towards like, oh yeah, I want to go in person to this GIM and do stuff.
They lean
They
with
want to
it.
hang out and be with people.
Hmm. So yeah, and it's good for the club because now there's more people wanting to come
That's like brand recognition.
to the it's better because I think even like for the most part, a lot of people are seeing a big increase in their GB, in their general body.
I mean, that's just pandemic situation. You increase those pounds, and it's because you're locked up. You
I
gotta
mean,
eat.
people like people, the number of people coming, not the number of pounds coming.
Yeah, it's just generally people want to be social after that craziness. Pretty sure that's what it was.
which is good because
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
more people,
Absolutely.
more people going, and we
Yeah.
have a better.
It's
chance of
exciting. It
saving
sounds
more
exciting.
money.
I think I'm gonna ask the question everyone's thinking about, Josue, as far as like for you. Did you meet any new spicy senoritas?
Hey.
No.
Is that is that because you met all the spicy senoritas already, or
Exactly.
because? Okay, yes, absolutely, good stuff, my guy. Good
No,
stuff.
but what's it? Marcos,
What is that, Marco?
he's like the dojins aren't keeping up anymore.
He's like, I'm not satisfied with. He's like, I'm not satisfied with just stories.
No, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I mostly met with people I already knew. Some people that I met over the pandemic, like in Zoom, and I get to see them in person, and be like, "Oh, you're a small guy or girl."
Pipsqueak.
What do you mean? Because of you couldn't get the. I mean, unless you literally
And
ask
they look
them.
at me, they're like, "You're tall for being a Mexican." I'm like, "I know, it's okay." I rub it in the back. He's like, "It's okay."
He's like, wait.
You're just as tall as you're wide. Like, god damn, you're just a brick house.
I like how a lot of people are saying like, "I imagine you shorter." I'm like, that's not how the design works.
Yeah, you should have hit them with great power. It comes great responsibility.
Great size comes great responsibility.
But no, this is extra big.
Nah, that's what's up. I like that you. I guess that you broke their misconception of.
Yeah, because you know,
I guess the stereotype, right?
Yeah, they hear Mexican, they're like, "Oh, he's probably like 5'6" at most."
And then the shadow looms over them, huh?
And then they see me, and they're like, "Hi!" Oh, they look up,
Yeah,
they're like,
who's
"Whoa!"
this strapping young lad? Who's
This brick house of a guy. You know how? Okay, just as a me. Hold up.
We're holding.
He's like, "Wait, hold up, pinky's
We're
out."
holding. Pinky's
You know
up.
that
We're holding.
he went to jury duty, right? I introduced him
Yes.
to my boss as Tiny, because yeah.
Why would you do such a thing, Marco?
I wanted to break. It's a running joke. Like, hey,
Wait, but
this-
would that
wanted to
matter?
break out laughing is what you were trying to do.
Yeah, this is
Wait,
Tiny.
would that matter?
Why?
Because he's legally blind.
Not completely.
I was thinking just the same thing right now.
He's like, "Oh, is this your face? Wow."
He touches your belly.
And he goes up. He's like, "Oh, never mind."
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, that was fun though.
And Marco look at me. He's like, "Yeah, this is my little cousin."
Yeah, I said that. He's my little cousin.
Like,
He's
oh, this is my baby cousin.
who's not go baby, and I rub his belly.
He's like, "That's as far as I
Good
go."
lord.
Nah,
Oh man.
I feel
yeah.
like you've grown even since the last time we've met each other. How say?
I'm always saluting the flag, Marcos.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
We bleed red, white, and blue around here. Sir.
But yeah, so in the JIM, met some good students who are like, "Yeah, we're gonna study engineering." And I look at them, they're like, "Good luck."
Oh, the freshman. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
You have to, because it's a struggle.
They're like,
It's a grind.
I got
alright.
some of them were my major, and they're like, "Oh, so you already went through the struggle."
Senpai.
And I'm like, "Yeah," basically. I'm like, "Yeah, I faced the things you're about to face." He goes, "Oh,"
Right.
and he's like, "Oh my."
Yeah.
I'm like, they're gonna be nice where they crush you down deep in the floor,
What?
and
You
you have to get yourself up.
have to break your limits.
And you're like, "Oh, dude." He's like, "Does it get easy?" And maybe the last semester is your senior year.
Because there's an end at the
He was like,
tunnel.
"Oh," basically.
I remember though that grind that you were doing, like, oh. But for you personally, did you ever do an all-nighter for your?
Like a few times. Never
Yeah.
consistent. I never do it consecutive.
Was this your non-negotiable, or you were willing to negotiate for
No,
all-nighters?
it's not like sleep is me. I have made the greatest of algorithms in my sleep.
No joke. No joke.
I've dreamt of a coding question, and it actually happened.
Literally, you have?
Yeah. Remember I
Yes.
told you this?
No, this the first.
It was like some random MATLAB question, and I was like, "Oh yeah, let me write it down," because I dreamed it, and I dreamed it, and it actually popped up. But yeah, that's why I'm like, sleep is good.
Hear that, listeners? Studying anything. If you got a problem, sleep on it, and
Sleep
you know,
is good.
You get it into the dream. You're like, "Oh."
I've had math problems solved like that in my dream. One time I was helping my brother in long division. I think he was in middle school, elementary school. Oh, you think you can help me? Let's do like a project. Okay. We're looking at it. We passed over 15 minutes. Let's sleep on it. What? He's like, what? I was in school, right? In college, and like, we go to sleep, and I wake up in the middle of my sleep and I just start writing on the wall. I don't have it. I was just like, why am I waking up writing on the? Oh, this is okay. And I told him first thing in the morning, because I personally would do all-nighters, but not all the time. Like, okay, I want to learn this, so let's start rewriting, checking problems. The ideology of my teachers were that, let me give you one problem, but there's like 8 subcategories of that problem that you have to understand: up, down, left, right, in, out, and all those things. That was
like, oh no.
Yeah. And I would do that. And I did that for my little brother. And he's like, why are you, why? Hey, you want to get good, you can do it in your sleep. You want to be so good that you're able to solve it in your sleep. And look at that method.
Lo and behold.
Yeah.
Legit.
It runs in the
Marcos, it
blood.
sounds like you learn by osmosis. Like you put the books under your pillow and you absorb the information.
Personally, when I was in college, I would like to go and work out either before or after studying. So I would go like 11 at night. That's the longest I remember.
Like, whatever happens, he always comes to class guns blazing.
Yeah, right?
He's like, oh, yeah.
I proactively go to sleep, wake up early. My roommate was another engineer.
Marcos becomes like the guy from Do You Even Lift? Or something like that.
Oh, right.
Where he's like, oh, he breaks his clothing, it's just his underwear just, oh.
Come on, no.
Oh, no.
No. I
like
wish, but no.
Somehow the light is shining on him.
It's
and he's
gleaming.
just glistening.
Looking like the guy from One Punch Man. The guy that's so...
I was thinking more about the guy from, I think it's like Do You Lift or something like that. There's like a new one that came out with the girl that wanted to work out because she was gaining weight. And it turns out the trainer is like a world-renowned bodybuilder. So every time he flexes, and he's boom, like triples his size just automatically.
Nah.
Oh, man.
I like going jogging. That was my way to clear everything out.
He's like, look at these thighs.
You slap your thigh.
He's like massive.
And then, after graduating UNI, also we'd and sometimes Alan, we wouldn't practically plan it, but we'd meet up in the gym.
When did you graduate?
Yeah.
I miss those times. But hey,
graduated high school?
Yeah, I mean, when you graduated high school, you were more out. Like before, we'd plan to go early in the morning or in the afternoon, and there we were.
Never do it.
No, we did.
Like
we
an
did.
hour later.
Oh no! Hey! I remember that time I gave you some
consistency right there.
some grief that we weren't meeting up, and that we were going in with bicycles with the Lime bikes. Remember that time?
Oh yeah.
I was by the post office and my bike literally hits the sidewalk rung and it comes out of the rim. I don't know if I told you about that one.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, I
remember that.
Gotta make it. Made it walking though. Like I left it a block after, and I marked it as.
You just walked in, just
gliding in on your bike, on your rented bike as well. Okay, what happened? I'm like, you don't know.
I think out of all the things that you can rent and ride, I've liked more my experience in Arizona with the electric scooters.
It's a scooter. Obviously, it's gonna be awesome.
Oh, that's awesome, dude.
Like that was the best. Anything everything I've rented so far, like bicycles, tricycles, scooters. Yeah, there is. I forgot where.
Come back to that one. You rented a tricycle?
Yes.
Salutations, Marcos here. This is a message to all the listeners out there. There are links in the show notes for our Twitter, email, and even show notes. Any questions or ideas for the podcast can be sent via these links. Now, back to our regularly scheduled podcast.
Awesome.
But a big one.
Obviously, big tricycle for a big man.
But yeah, I think the electric scooter was by far the best thing. And I think they were just implementing it too. It was like pretty new.
You were just sliding
pre-COVID.
Obviously, this is like 2018 maybe? 2017?
2019.
Oh.
I still get memories from Snapchat. So yeah, I think that was like the best thing, but unfortunately it was only in Arizona.
Boulder? No, that's forget what I
that's
said.
Colorado.
Yeah.
What?
Forget what I said.
He's like Boulder.
Yes. Didn't we have a guest, a special guest that was from there?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Okay, that's probably what it was.
He was
Yeah.
like Boulder. Yeah, the guy
Shout outs
from
to
Amazon.
him, yo. We haven't caught up with him in a while.
Oh yeah, I was
wonder
actually
if he's
telling
doing
Marcos
well.
maybe we should like
Like a week
reconnect
ago.
with one of them.
You already
Oh
know.
yeah, that'd be awesome.
There was one gentleman that we had that was like,
And economist.
an analyst for 20 years already. And he was like,
I wasn't with you guys that time.
Yeah.
oh my God. He was like, oh yes. Tell me more. It was fun. I can't complain. Shout out to all those guys and gals.
Absolutely. Yeah. Which reminds me, we should also have a follow-up podcast recording with Montserrat.
Oh, Cuzzo? Okay,
Oh,
yeah. Yeah,
we
you
also
already-
do follow up with Mr. Jace.
the J Squad.
Yeah. They're actually, because I saw them, they're like, oh, when we coming in?
They're doing their
I'm like,
masters?
we gotta, no, they're like, I think they're either juniors or seniors. Yeah.
Seniors. Okay.
So they can pull up again. They're ready.
Pull up skirt.
Not to switch up the convo, but yo, have you guys seen the promotional videos for the Shang-Chi?
Bless
the new
you.
Marvel?
No.
No, but I want to see the movie.
We were talking about Spider-Man not too long ago with that one.
Yeah,
Mr. J.
the teaser for Spider-Man. Oh.
Sip.
Oh.
Just sip.
Oh.
Sip. Sip.
Do you guys like it or no?
Oh, the nostalgia
Yeah.
was amazing.
It was good.
Like, what part of the teaser did you like?
All of it.
Mr. Doc Octopus comes out, he's like, hello, Peter. Or
But
when
don't
Green
you have,
Goblin
like,
started
that
laughing and threw his pumpkin bombs.
But don't you have like a sneaking suspicion that
It's a
they're
multiverse thing
trying-
on my
they're-
brain.
Yeah, they're trying to weave a multiverse there because, like, for them to
Yeah.
have the same actor.
Oh, what's
So
the original?
I find that crazy because, I mean, I might have to throw in a little spoiler thing. If you don't have Disney Plus and didn't watch Loki, I'm going to have to throw a little
Okay.
spoiler here where basically the ending, they kind of revealed that the multiverse is not possible. Because before in the start of Loki, the TVA, which was like the organization that was focused on Loki,
The timeline something.
Time Variance Agency,
Yeah.
their whole job was to make sure a multiverse is not created. Explained through you remember the Sorcerer Supreme, the bald-headed lady,
Before? Yeah,
when
yeah.
when she was explaining the timeline with the Hulk with Bruce.
Okay.
Mhm.
Basically the TVA is meant to handle any variance in the timeline.
There's the
So
series.
anything that doesn't happen according to them, they go in and eliminate it and restore it back to how it originally was. Now that Loki basically not destroyed the agency, but kind of crippled them to the point where they can't do their jobs anymore. Multiverses are now possible because the different branches of time are being created.
They're
So-
branching out.
So now pops in Spider-Man No Way Home. We see in the trailer that, Doctor Strange
Just be
tried
quiet.
to do a spell that basically wipes everyone's memory of that Peter was Spider-Man. And I don't know how, but in messing up the spell, he kind of created the multiverse.
I imagine
Or
if the
opened
TVA, the Time Variant Agency, was there, he's like a laser just focuses on this. Said, "Stop that! Stop!" He gets shot in the forehead. Just snipe.
Well, no, because they can't take out the Sorcerer Supreme.
Yeah,
Because he's like one of those people that they can't take out.
not
Like, he's,
anymore.
well, yeah, not anymore. But like the Sorcerer Supreme is someone they're not supposed to touch.
They're not supposed to.
No.
Not with Loki around.
I think
they
it's
will.
detrimental to the actual story. So, like, he's like a
And-
plot device, I guess.
Yeah.
Hey guys,
But I mean, now I think they're trying to do the Spideyverse.
Spidey.
I don't know if they're going
Right,
to include Madam
'cause-
Web now.
I think, and again, this is just me repeating what I heard from sources on the internet. So take this with a large grain of salt, right?
A Loki-sized salt.
Right. So that they would be really like missing their opportunity to do that meme where they have the three Spider-Man looking at each other, pointing at each other.
He's like, oh,
if they have the last two Spider-Mans from the other franchises to come in and like, no, who's the real Spider-Man?
Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire.
Right. And then I've seen another meme going around Instagram where it's like the dude that plays the Goblin, like he needs to have waves for this for the movie. He needs
what do you
to
mean
have waves
wave?
like his hair.
His hair.
In the original Spider-Man, the animation, he was a Caucasian person, but he had waves, like if he had like black people hair.
He's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been seeing like teasers about or like little snippets that they're planning on bringing Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, but I mean nobody has confirmed it. Even in interviews, Andrew Garfield has been like, nope, I don't know. They haven't called me, so I have no idea what's going on.
Right. So,
I mean right now we can confirm right now for sure that the original Dr. Octopus from Spider-Man 2 is in the movie. I mean, we saw him.
All right, he's in the teaser.
Then we can speculate that the original Green Goblin, Norman Osborn from Spider-Man 1 is there because we can speculate because we hear his laugh and we see his pumpkin bombs. The exact same ones from the original movie.
Maybe it's a witch from anime.
No.
Pumpkin.
It's the same. It's literally the same exact pumpkin bomb.
I'm just spitballing here.
No,
my man said a witch.
Pumpkin.
And then also we can speculate that Electro from the Amazing Spider-Man, I think 2, could be another possible comer.
And don't forget the dust.
Because we saw lightning in the trailer as well. And then, an even smaller speculation is that they're thinking Sandman might return as well.
That's crazy.
But we'll see.
We were talking about that for like an entire 3 days easily.
I feel like they should bring in Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield just to have that multiverse feeling.
At least.
Well, maybe they when they've done the interviews, they have to say that just so they might be under contract where they're not able to tell people about that. So maybe they are in it and they're just not able to
Mom's the word.
Share that information until the time comes. So
we just have to wait for the next trailer to come out.
Right. Or until the movie comes out and we can see it.
True.
That too. Which is in December.
But again, back to Shang-Chi, yo. No love for Shang-Chi?
Who?
I gotta see it to believe it.
You guys haven't even seen the teaser, have you?
No,
I have. It looks really cool.
What did you think? Okay.
I think it's really cool. Like, I really want to see it.
I haven't. I gotta be honest, I haven't. Sorry.
Just because, like, I think that it adds another level to the actual multiverse or the general Marvel universe. The cinematic
because
Marvel
now
universe.
we actually have the Mandalorian, unlike the fake one.
Exactly.
What?
Yeah, the Mandalorian has always been him
Part
in
of
the
Star
10
Wars.
rings.
This is Star Wars.
Oh, what's his name? Forgot.
Oh, Shang-Chi. I'm thinking that you're trying to say like, the Mandalorian expands on the actual what's it called?
No,
the Star Wars universe, and you were trying to make a correlation with that.
Yeah.
No.
Like,
The
what?
villain of Shang-Chi, isn't it the Mandalorian or is it
No, the Mandalorian is part of Star Wars.
Mandarin? There we go.
The green orange.
The Mandarin.
Wait, no, not
Okay. I see.
Is it the Mandarin?
I think it is. I'm not quite sure about
Mandarin
the
are little
name.
oranges. And it's a language too.
Oh man.
Let me see. Because obviously the 10 rings are what I'm trying to say.
I mean, I thought he was trying to connect Star Wars with the Marvel universe. That's why I was
Yes.
confused.
I thought he was trying to make the correlation where the Mandalorian is part of the bigger Star Wars universe, and that's how they're doing it with
It says
the Marvel universe, where they're
it says in
having
a galaxy far, far away.
shows and stuff like that.
No, yeah, it is the Mandarin. There you go.
Okay.
Because remember from Iron Man 3,
The three, yes.
they they didn't have the actual one, but they had like an actor playing him.
Yep.
Supposedly they allude to what happened to him after Iron Man 3. And
Like Loki, basically.
yeah, some say he was just killed. Cause
Mm.
no, but yeah, the 10 rings. Hold on, let me look up the original name.
How many rings? That's what you're gonna say.
The 20 rings of power. 10
So-
ring.
In the meantime, while Mr. J is looking at that,
No,
I want
Yes.
to ask
Should wait.
something. Number 5. What is your clothing loadout for the upcoming seasons?
Oh,
What?
are you already making the transition from summer to fall clothes?
I'm trying to keep it. I'm trying to find deals, and I know we haven't said it
Oh.
before, but off season there's a lot of deals when you have off season.
Right.
But I know that you've taught me this app called it's not a promotion. We're not being promoted by this one, but it's called
You're being
Rakuten.
promoted, Marcos. No,
Yeah, right.
don't give in.
If it's not paying me, I'm not
Hashtag.
But yeah,
not
here
an
we
ad.
go. So here it
peddling
is.
it to no one.
So the 10 rings of power are actually a product of the dragon-like race something. From the planet something. They utilize them mainly as the power source for their interstellar craft engines. The rings' functions currently cannot be explained by modern Earth science. The Mandarin learned how to utilize the rings for their own personal use and make them respond to his personal command. Over the years, the Mandarin mind has actually come to inhabit the rings so that no one else can make use of them. The Mandarin can also now control the rings over large distances, and they actually have the functions of each ring. So, starting with the left hand, the pinky ring is an ice blast. It can freeze the air in its path and can lower an object temperature to almost absolute zero. The ring is the mental intensifier, magnifies the Mandarin's psychic energy, enabling him to mentally control people. The middle finger,
The flip-off finger.
the flip-off finger
Yes.
is an electro blast. Emits quantities of electrical energy determined by the wearer.
The Chidori,
Mandarin.
the electrical burn.
Oh man.
The index finger is a flame blast. Emits infrared radiation and can cause air to condense by igniting its molecules. The thumb is a white light.
Thumbs up, man. Thumbs up.
Excuse me, it went up the nose. Emits many different types of energy from electromagnetic spectrum, frequently used as an intense visible light and laser beam. Now with the right hand, the main hand, the big boy, the heavy one. The pinky is a black light, creates an area of absolute blackness, where all the light is absorbed. It's believed that this ring can access the dark force used by people such as Darkstar and the Shroud.
The shrewd.
The ring finger is a disintegration beam. Destroys bonds between atoms and molecules, causing an object's cohesion to fall
The
apart.
cancellation ring. Get
The
canceled.
middle finger, again on the right hand,
Yeah.
The heavy flip-off.
is a vortex beam. Causes air to swirl about in a vortex at high speed. Can levitate people, proper wearer, Mandarin flight, and be used as a weapon. The index finger is an impact beam. Projects concussive force of approximately 350 pounds of TNT. Can also cause intense sonic vibrations and can create magnetic waves. And then the thumb is a matter rearranger. Can rearrange atoms and or molecules of substance or speed up or slow down their movements to result in various effects. Cannot actually transmit elements. Transmutate
I
elements.
thought it was a transmuter thing, so it answered my question. I was gonna say, so he can turn himself into a girl if he wanted to.
No. But yeah, those are the magical 10 rings.
They're magical, all right.
So I think in the movie they showed that they put them on their arm, but the actual rings they put them on their hands.
Well, it says rings in the name,
Yeah, but they're like giant rings.
like Thanos' finger size.
maybe if you think hard enough.
Okay.
It's like okay.
Now back to the season.
No,
Right.
You guys looking for loadouts?
no. The only loadouts I'm losing is a rampage from Apex.
Oh.
Oh my.
I'm not gonna promote these brands, but I've been looking a lot
I will
into
play now. ApexLegends.com.
puffer jackets. I'm not gonna say the brands, but yeah,
Right.
they're an investment, and I'm not looking to invest that kind of way. I am looking for an outer shell though, so I
But
this
you know what
where I got
is?
the
You know
deal.
what is a good investment, Marcos?
Canada's
Raid
not
Shadow
fair.
Legends. That's
Oh.
our sponsor for
Oh,
today.
No,
No, please.
no.
Yes,
But
they have
I wouldn't say
given
no
us
to this one.
money.
Yes, but yeah, that's what I was looking into those things. Like, I don't know if you read the notes, but yeah, I basically
Of
thought
course
about
not.
like my upper layer. My upper layer has to be a combo, at least 3 things, because unfortunately I'm not a stylish kind of dressy person. I like to be practical,
That's good.
comfort and practical. Be comfortable and practical versus looking fly, if you will. But nowadays, companies are making it easier to look fly with their product. So, what do you guys have in mind for your upcoming fall loadout?
Stay warm.
Yeah, there you go. I like that.
But what is it?
I concur
Okay.
with clothes.
No. But yeah, no. Do you guys are fans of thermals or non-thermals?
If it's
Llamas
cold
and the
enough.
thermos, you know?
All right. Wool? Any wool accessories?
Very itchy.
Nowadays
Like
with
only-
merino wool?
Only
I don't-
only crocodile skin.
No, I'm saying you
That's
wrestle
fine.
the crocodile or the alligator.
Like we said, Marcos, like you walk in the class, just yeah.
I feel like
Oh,
that's
man.
you. You can do it without a sweat. You go. I feel like
Flexing
you
on people over here.
Just
coming in over here
randomly.
like 250-pound
Marcos
boy.
just like you looking at me weird. Hold up, I got you.
Have you done
And
that
he breaks
before?
his shirt.
I-
Break my shirt? No.
Not on purpose. Like oh, I'm sorry, I flexed too hard. First, I feel like
No.
that's you're wearing a too small of a size shirt.
If you can't control your flex, Marcos, then you need to see a doctor.
If your flex lasts more than 4 hours, please consult a doctor.
Right?
But yeah,
I think they have something for that though.
no, it's the opposite. There is something for that. But if you have your flexing for too
Flex tape.
yeah, right.
He's like, you've been
Flex tape.
flexing too hard. You need flex tape.
And with this upcoming past
Oh,
season
man.
rain, I was thinking about that. Like, oh,
Two flippers.
no,
Well,
no,
like
It's
a
snorkeling
trench
gear.
coat, raincoat.
my boots did nothing. I have like a 6-inch tall boot, and those they were underwater.
did
Freaking!
you-
Oh
Tie them.
no.
I'm not gonna say their brand, but they're like all season with what's the name of the?
Well, did you try to bring snow boots in a water area?
No, these are waterproof boots with I only wear wool for the cold season, but this time we got woken up like around midnight. Hey, your cars are gonna be in the flood zone. Do you think you can move them? Okay. My mom got on the car.
Don't worry, man. We got this.
But yeah, the drainage didn't clog up, but there was just a lot of water, and it wasn't running. It wasn't draining as fast. So one of my neighbors, they were an elderly individual. So they're like, "Oh, do you think you can help us?" Like, yeah. And there you have us, like at 1 a.m, pushing their car out of the water, because of him. My dad managed to just remove. They gave him the key, and he just got in the car like, "Sorry, sir, your car is flooded." So like, okay, at least remove the brake and just get it out of the waters of the stagnation zone, the wet zone, if you will. Like, okay. So we just pushed it. The car was a Prius. It was an electric car. I feel like it could have made it out, but hey, it was them. And it gave me an appreciation for lifted cars. I feel like yours, Mr. J, your car, your Rover,
It's not lifted.
but it's taller than a Honda Civic or a Toyota Prius.
That's not saying much. I think I'm taller than the Honda Civic, Marcos.
You know what I mean? The wheelbase, the base of the car where you sit, the footbed. How do you call
Yes.
that? The footwell.
I didn't study
Wait,
Marcos.
what?
Where you the height when the exhaust. You know how high the exhaust
English,
is.
Marcos. You speak it.
I'm saying words. I'm just not explaining.
He's
Oh,
he's
man.
not collaborating.
Yeah, like I know Alan. Blue, little old Blue is a tall boy, isn't it? Technically.
It's taller than the average bear. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I feel like
He's smarter than the average bear.
that too. But yeah,
Sure
no,
is.
that's what got me into that kick of thinking about loadouts for emergencies, for
From Yogi Bear?
for the rain and the upcoming cold. This was the first.
Because Yogi
the
Bear
pizza
paid you a
baskets.
visit. He was like, hey.
Yeah, right now. I was thinking like I've never been an owner of those big, high knee high or thigh high boots that are for the
Oh,
rain.
hello as well.
Yeah, right. I'm like I should consider
Yeah.
that. But yeah,
Thailand.
and then winter's coming
Oh wait, just a random topic. Do you know they brought back Blue's Clues?
with an Asian
Did
guy,
they?
Yeah,
Filipino, I think.
I don't know, but they brought him back from the dead.
There's a lot of Reddit posts about him and how he used to be a.
Did you know
model.
that Blue from Blue's Clues was a girl?
Yeah, I knew that.
I never
Then what
knew
was
that.
the pink one? A boy?
It was a guy.
Both were. The pink
thought
one was
that
a
both
guy
were
and the
girls.
blue one was a girl?
I
Yeah.
thought both were girls.
Huh. Interesting.
But yeah,
So confusing.
you know what
Okay.
caught me in the brain? iPod.
Mm, iPods.
Yeah.
Oh no! Wait!
Yeah.
But before we get that,
Yes.
I think this is time. Marcos.
What is it time for?
All right, guys, that's all we have for today.
Oh, so no.
Next-
So let's finish our drink then. I feel like then
Oh,
this
I
is.
did already.
Let me just.
Wait, but
no, I was just kidding.
you never finished explaining, Marcos, that you were trying to buy some clothes for this season or out of season clothing.
Out of season before September, and there was.
So you're trying to buy you're trying to buy us I guess you could say summer clothes during the fall, I guess.
I
What are you
mean,
trying to say?
do you consider that smart, or is it smarter to get recommendations from app? In your opinion, from like Rakuten? I don't know what. What in your opinion?
Rambutan?
Honestly, I wouldn't right now at the moment. I wouldn't spend money on
No, in
something
general.
that I'm not.
Yes.
No, I know, but like as of right now, like there might be like certain pieces, like say a coat, maybe a sweater, maybe those boots you were talking about for a certain type of situation, like if they're rain boots or something like that,
It's
or
too
snow
niche.
boots
Yeah.
or something of that nature. I would say those are particular pieces that make sense to buy them when they're on sale. But like say your run of the mill clothes, say like, oh, I have this type of long sleeve shirt in like two different colors. Maybe I need another two different other colors. Like I wouldn't do that type of particular pieces. I would do more like more specific pieces, like I said, like coats that, or a jacket or something like that. Maybe some essentials like your undergarments, like your underwear or your undershirts, something like that. That's something that I would look into if I need to replenish. But like just general clothes, like I already have like three black denim jeans. I need a fourth just to keep in my rotation, or just in case, or like I wouldn't do that. I would try to keep the spending down, at least for me, because it's not like you're wearing that you're not rotating those jeans as often as you think. You're not getting the same or a lot of use of certain pieces of clothing you probably have, like especially right now in the transition from summer to fall. Like you're probably gonna still be using some pieces of like clothing that you're wearing for fall into winter, until you have to layer up even more, and then again, I don't see the point of going crazy buying a lot of different pieces of clothing, even if you see like it's a great sale. I mean, unless you really, really think it's necessary. Like say this year your swimming trunks you know, ended up having a hole in it. Maybe
what are you doing with your swimming trunks that they're having holes?
Well, maybe in the wash, you know, it gets
Yeah.
hot, it tears or something, you know, whatever the case is, or
Yeah.
maybe you were swimming or something and you left it to dry out in the open, you know, when you took a shower, you were like out at the beach and changed into your regular clothes and you left your swimming trunks out to dry, you know, on the sun, and then you know, wherever you left it, it had a hole or something. I'm just
whatever,
painting a broad picture right here. The point is, what I'm trying to say is that obviously, if that's a situation where you think that it's a definite must or a necessity, so that way next year you're prepared, you don't have to look for anything, then maybe that's a situation you might want to think about and say, maybe I can get it at a crazy deal right now because, you know, we're going into winter and they're probably having a crazy sale. But that's probably the only time I'll look at a specific piece of clothing and say, that's what I need. But right now, you're going to see probably a lot of sales going on, like from transitioning from summer to fall, or summer to even certain pieces of clothing that are meant for the winter time. You're going to see a lot of wool, like you were saying earlier, a lot of wool pieces.
What's the puffer jacket material?
Oh, like the inside of it?
The loft thing. I forgot the name of it.
Insulation.
The down jackets.
Right. Because some of them are stuffed and some of them are just, I guess you can say, down material where it's like, it's not really stuffed with anything. It's just lined with a certain type of material that, like conserves the heat, retains heat to your body.
Yeah.
But there are other materials where it's like stuffed with, you know, goose feathers or something like that.
Those has a bit niche though. Those are, even though I'm looking for like down jackets, those are niche. I feel even for me, I shared the website, $200. I'm like, do I really need this? I do not. I'm like, I don't need this. I don't need this.
It's expensive, man. That's why I'm saying those are certain pieces where you're looking at it as an investment opposed to as a liability, where you know that you're going to get more than 1 year use out of it, like multiple winters or multiple seasons, you know. That's an investment piece, you know. But if we're talking about like a button down that's fast fashion, where it has like some crazy print on it, even if it's like a t-shirt with like some
impulse buy product.
Right. I would recommend people stay away from that and look for proper pieces that, you know, you can either use it to as part of a ensemble, you know, or actual fit that you would be happy to wear. And just invest in those pieces. Like, you don't really need a crazy amount of, like a stacked closet, when in reality you probably only like wearing maybe 2 or 3 outfits that you pick from that like crazy amount of clothes that you probably are wearing. Again, me personally, if it'd be a good, I guess you can say a how can I put it? A good habit to get into, where
an economically sound habit.
Well, a good habit, like every 3 months or so, look at your clothes, look at your closet, pick out the stuff that you don't wear, and either donate it, or if you're so enticed,
benefits to donate,
sell it on eBay or whatever the case is, and look through your everyday wear, like your underwear and your undershirts, and look through it and check. Maybe there's holes in your armpit or something like that.
My socks
in the shirt.
That's where I had holes.
Or maybe there's a worn out piece of clothing that you love wearing, but it doesn't make sense for you to wear it anymore because of that, because all the wear and tear. And maybe you should update it. You know, get rid of it and get a new a replacement for it. Every like 3 months or so, look through it, because I think the worst thing that one can do is not invest in those type of things, because then you look bad. You're
But
On
that
top of-
reflects into style, though.
It does, but also in a practical sense, you aren't getting, or you're not getting any more use out of that piece of clothing anymore, because it
The
not only
pros,
is it tattered or
it's
tattered.
more cons then.
Yeah, because now, like, just a quick example. Say
Okay.
you go out and to some sort of get together with, like
No,
what-
I'm just kidding.
like no, like what Josue was talking about. Maybe you're getting back into the classroom. You're getting
Oh.
back to socializing with people from, whether it be
the
a
freshman.
group of people
Yeah.
that are in the same field that you work in, and to a certain degree, first impressions at least, are a big deal, and that first impression that you leave on a person is pretty significant. It might be something that, and again, it's not everything, but it does take a big part of what that person might perceive you to be or how you are. And
Okay,
if
question.
you come up with a wrinkled shirt, and like when you shake hands or when you stretch, there's a big gaping hole in your
Come
underarm,
on. Skip a beat.
in your
Okay.
underarm, or there's a little hole on the side of your shirt, or your pants are like tethered in by the pocket or something, or somewhere that's visible. They might look at it and be like, this guy
Even
doesn't
now,
like
after post-pandemic.
doesn't like to take care of himself, or how he presents himself, or how he looks. And that, and not only guys look at other guys and say, hey, this is a well put together person that I can probably talk business with, or I can talk about future plans with, or XYZ, right? But then on the flip side, a girl is going to look at that, and the first thing that they'll usually, as far as I guess people that are in the fashion world, or
Again,
or
fashion.
or personal consultants for like business people and stuff. Usually women tend to look, the first thing that they look at in a guy when they look them to assess their presentation, how they present themselves, usually they look at their shoes for whatever
Nani?
reason. Yeah, and I guess you can say it's a study that they've done, or people that are in that space have done, where girls usually tend to see or look at guys' shoes before looking at the rest of the fit that they're sporting that particular time, or in that particular situation. And they start assessing or making judgments based on that before even talking to the person. So again, first impressions are very important. And sometimes, and this is just for me, my rule of thumb, you don't have to go in a 3-piece suit to the pool, or
or a
to the
shirt
beach or anything.
that's a suited shirt.
But you also don't want to look like a bum as well. So you got to find that
There's a big
that
difference,
middle
though.
ground.
Oh yeah.
Again, what we perceive to be okay might
Yeah.
not be socially accepted, and
it's
more than
relative.
anything else, it speaks about how much or how little you care about your outward appearance, or how you take care of yourself. Again,
It's
take
a
that
big
for what you will.
the first
Take
impression
that for
shirt.
what you
Yeah.
will. It might not even matter to you. I'm just saying, as far as I'm aware, for myself, I'd rather look nice and presentable, especially when I'm out and about, than not put any care whatsoever into how I look, and just, handle my business however it may fall, right? And if people like the way I dress or don't like the way I dress, like, I don't care. But I do like to take some sort of initiative to try to look presentable, try to look like I look good, smell good, and have,
Okay, smell is a different thing. I agree with smell, though.
Again, you would think that there's people that would I guess you can say associate someone that doesn't look like they're taking care of themselves to, they might be a little stanky because their outward appearance doesn't look very well kept or maintained. Get what I'm saying?
Dang. I didn't know that. Yeah.
Again, this is, take it for what you will. take the meat, spit out the bones, what have you. Just as a piece of advice, rule of thumb, at least for me, look presentable. You don't have to, dress for the occasion. That's my go-to. If I know I'm gonna go and meet some people, and we're gonna go to a restaurant, we're gonna go hang out for a little bit, look the part or dress for the part, dress for the occasion. Don't go in a t-shirt and jeans and look like you're gonna go,
where are we going
sports.
to a 3-star meal, to
Right.
a Michelin
Or if you're gonna
dinner?
or if you're gonna go kick the ball or play some basketball, don't go in a 3-piece suit, because most likely you're not gonna be able to hoop in that or kick the ball.
My ankles.
So dress for the occasion. That's how I look at it. Again, you don't have to spend thousands of dollars on that one outfit so you can go out, but at least look every 3 months or so. Look through your wardrobe, get rid of the stuff you don't particularly need or use anymore, and replenish when necessary your underwear, your undershirts that already are tattered and are worn, and you already got enough use out of it where it makes sense to upgrade or switch it up and get new underwear or new undershirts and stuff like that. Same thing with those pricier pieces, like a coat or a jacket. It doesn't take too much to maintain. If you need to do
Maintain,
take it to the cleaners every 2 weeks or whatever the case is. Maybe you got something on your tie. Maybe you want to get it dry cleaned or something like that.
What about your boots?
It makes sense to invest a little bit of money in maintenance for it, because it costs you $200 for a coat or a jacket or what have you. It would make sense for you to do that. But again, take that for what it is, for what you will. That's just my rule of thumb. That's how I proceed going about things. Again, I'm not trying to dress you guys up like fashion models
dress
or anything.
me down. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I mean, you dress up or dress down however you feel comfortable. But again, especially when you're out and about, if you're going to meet new people, you want to look presentable. You want to look like a person that people want to get close to you and say, hey, dang, this person looks good, smells good, has great attitude. I rock with this person, or I would like to, hang out more with this person. And again,
God.
Especially now that we're going back into that rhythm of getting to socialize a little bit more with people, might be something you want to keep in the back of your mind.
Back into your front of the mind, though.
Well, again, not taking away from priorities, and
True,
that's where I think that makes sense. Where what you're saying about switching of the seasons and going and maybe buying maybe 1 or 2 pieces that are maybe your statement piece, or maybe a practical piece that helps you fight the cold,
or the occasional
what have you.
temperature drops. But
right, exactly.
Example, what's the oldest pair of boots that you have that you use on a regular basis, no matter the season? How old are they? For both Mr. J and Alan.
So I just upgraded my boots last year, my snow boots, right? So
yeah, that makes sense.
If my other boots, I think I had the previous boots, my previous snow boots that I used, I want to say for like a good 5 years.
Okay.
If not more. And then I think a more dressier type of boot that are like more like a chukka boot. That I want to say would be like maybe 3 years, 3 or 4.
Example for me, I have a mock toe boot. Mock toe boot looks nice for anything, and I have 2 pairs of the same brand, but one is that you tie it, and the other one is that you just slip it in. But I've only mainly since pandemic, but before the pandemic, I would rotate pair of sneakers, mock toe tie down boots, and then the slip in, same 6-inch slipping boot. All both of them mock toe and the sneakers. I tore through a pair of sneakers. Had to throw those out, and bought like a black pair. I forgot the brand, but they were comfortable. And those, my oldest pair of boots are 6 years old. 2016, 5 years old. The first day I broke in my pair of boots that I still have now is when we were supposed to go to Comic-Con, Mr. J. But we didn't go. But yeah,
Wait, what if I went?
2016 that you said you were gonna. No, you didn't.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I took pictures. I was there with Sailor Moon.
I was on the
Sailor
other
Mars.
side. I was with Mr. Stan Lee.
I wasn't there. I was there with Ruby, the Ruby girl cosplayers.
No, I didn't go for Ruby. I saw that.
I was with Urza cosplayer with the.
Yeah, I definitely skipped that one. I was like, it's a mid anime.
I was with the Dead Man Wonderland cosplay girl.
I was with the Gokus, Marcos.
I was with Android 18 and Krillin.
No, I was with the Gokus.
And the Predator cosplayer. And Heroes Never Die with Mercy, the Mercy cosplayer. But yeah, but that day I decided to break in those boots. It was a challenge.
He was thick.
But yeah, those are my oldest boots. Before that, the oldest boots I had were
thicker,
some Timberlands
stronger.
that I wore out the sole. And they were small. They were a size 9, and I was using that size pair of boots all through high school. I came from Mexico with those boots. Tore a hole through them. Like
I lived in the boots.
I slept and ate in.
You know the stereotype, right? The stereotype boots that I'm talking about, the Timberland.
Yeah, the New York style, New York flavored Timbs with the
there you
wheat
go.
color.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I brought those from Mexico.
Good lord, sir, those are.
He's like, I crossed the
built
border with
tough.
those.
Yeah. I crossed the border with those.
Oh, dude.
But yo,
I even got joked on by other Mexicans. Like, why are you wearing the Gramero boots? I'm like, yeah, I'm rocking
what
with
do you
it.
think?
What do you think?
No, yeah, I think it's about time.
But yeah, okay. But what about you, Mr. J? No boots? No boot talk?
No, Marcos, I rock the shoes.
Okay, what shoes though? What shoes are your oldest pair? Just tell me that.
My feet.
Oh, so you walk barefoot?
I like those.
Yes.
A freaking giant ass guy with no boots. He just goes like, "These are my boots." He shows his toes.
Yes.
I Sasquatch it around, you know.
No, but my oldest boots are. I think the Timbs I use for work.
Oh, okay. Tim's.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Freaking size
But
14,
the heaviest
18.
ones are the snow boots.
The Michelin tire boots? Yeah, obviously.
Yes.
But those aren't
Michelin
your
star.
oldest. Oh, okay.
No,
Those aren't
I
your
didn't say
oldest.
that. I said they were like my heaviest.
No.
The Timbs are my oldest. I said that.
Timmy,
Yeah, because then I think I have to replace them soon.
may I recommend you a mock toe boot?
No.
The song stops right there. No.
I know I'm gonna get maybe. I'm gonna look in the store and I'm gonna sniff it and be like, "That's the one."
I recommend.
You know what though, guys?
Yeah.
I would highly recommend you guys look into this company called Thursday Boots. They have different styles. They're based in New York, and very high quality leather boots.
Leather?
Do we get discounts for being in New York?
I think you do. I think you get
I gotta fact check that.
expedited shipping. Don't hold me to that. I'm not 100% on that,
If we live near, can they just like handle
you just
it?
walk down the block?
walk it to the actual factory and
No.
grab yourself a couple
like it.
pairs. But yeah, it's called Thursday Boots. I'm probably gonna buy a pair of their
pairs.
boots. And
18 pairs, he says.
18 pairs? Oh my.
Oh my.
He's like, I'm gonna give them out.
No, those
Give
are.
them out like candy over here.
But yeah, I want to get into a whole boot talk because I bought that to my dad and he chewed through those 511 tactical boots like there's no tomorrow. And also the what's the name of this? Right. Alpha Company, I think it's called. another pair. He chewed through 3 pairs of tactical boots. I'm like, what are you doing here? Just walking. In where? In Afghanistan? What? I mean, not anymore. But I mean, what are you doing with these? Like, I'm like, yeah.
He just
That's
cruising
another
down the
story.
street.
Yeah, that's just another story. But yeah. So that's my talk. I'll save the other notes for later.
Yeah.
So this ends. Everyone ready to chug down their drink? Ready?
It's already done.
Okay, I'm gonna finish mine and now. Okay, hold up.
What about your third one?
Story time is over. Let's continue.
By ending the podcast.
Yeah. So yeah. Wait, hold up. You guys ready to any closing thoughts? No, nothing?
I need my milk.
I was just gonna ask you a quick question. You guys are up to date for this season's anime, or no?
No. I've only kept up with one show.
Which
and
one
that's
is
dubbed. MHA. That's it, dubbed. I see
Really?
the 2 episodes that are coming up. Like, hold. I'll text you if I break my promises of staying dubbed.
Marcos is like, Kimi da yo, Kimi nan da yo.
Yeah, right.
You'll
You two will see in the squad chat. I'll probably yell it. I've broken my vows. I feel I need to repent of going sub.
He's been rewatching Your Lie in April for the past few
Good
months.
Lord,
That's why.
no.
No, if I go subbed, you'll hear me like no.
But yeah, I've been keeping up with Miss Kobayashi.
Dub.
Are you up to date?
Yeah. Oh no.
What do you
Sub,
think?
Marco.
10. What's the rating out of 10?
I think like an 8.
Oh, awesome, dude.
I think really good.
How's
can't
the
wait.
animation on that show? Has it
Chris.
gotten an upgrade?
Yes, they got a new dragon. With
I
bigger
can't wait to
boobies.
go up. I can't wait until it comes out dubbed though. It's gonna be good.
You mean like the what's it called? The Mugen Train?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I need to watch that. I just finished watching the Konosuba movie dubbed.
Really? What on Funimation?
No, Crunchyroll.
Which
Konosuba.
reminds me.
Yes.
Which reminds me about how Sony or Funimation just bought up
They
Crunchyroll.
finished the deal.
They closed.
Yeah,
they
dude.
sealed the deal. They had their honeymoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Get excited, guys. Get excited, boys. Double day. You're like,
I don't know about that,
You're like,
but
press X to doubt.
Yes. Doubt. But yeah, I think that's it.
Okay. Get ready to talk more about clothing and some other stuff later next time.
sounds
Later,
good.
no. Stay frosty,
Alright,
guys. This is Marco signing out.
Stay thick.
Peace.
Bye.
Bye. Hi there. Thank you for tuning into the LTS podcast. All the notes and more can be found in the description. By the way, we have a social media page where content is posted regularly. Feel free to reach out at us through there or via email. Both are found in the description. When you support the show, we have a merch store where you can buy an item that you like. If buying merch is not your thing and you just want to support the show directly, we also have links to those too, if you'd like. Thank you. Also, every comment is really appreciated. Credits in the description as well. Peace.